Hello, how are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name's Kee. We are live for the Conference League and Europa League draw. Starts in about 5 minutes. Well, I say it starts in about 5 minutes. It doesn't start in about 5 minutes. We've got about half an hour to talk in the same way that it was for the Champions League draw yesterday. So there's still absolutely loads and loads and loads of crap that they've got to go through for UEFA at the whole... Yeah. They go through all this rigmarole before they actually do the frigging draw, which everyone actually wants to see. So, while that's going on, I thought, hey, why not? Let's have a little chinwag about all the permutations, all the different away trips that Palace, Villa, Forest, Celtic, Rangers. Let's have a chat about all the teams that they could possibly get, and we can have a little chat about all that's going on. Plus a general talk around all the news that broke last night. Voltemada going to Newcastle. Looks like Isak now may be well on. Harvey Elliott going to RB Leipzig. Spurs getting Xavi Simons over the line. It feels like there's loads going on. So, yeah, it's all starting, isn't it? It's all going on at the end of the window. Shelley, morning Shelley, how's it going? Chimey, how's it going? Ollie, who do you reckon will win the Conference League and the Europa League? Oh God, let's get into that in a minute. 1 second. Let me just get the chat up on screen. 1 sec. I'm not ignoring yous. Twisty Mullet, what's your thoughts on Liverpool's Champions League draw? I am absolutely made up with it, mate. I am delighted with it. And also, breaking news, by the way, I don't know if anyone's spotted, but Trent Alexander-Arnold's been left out of the England squad. My heart's bleeding for him. Honestly, it's a real shame. It's a real shame. Honestly, who could have foreseen that coming? Poor fella. Anyway. Right, okay. Hello, let's get that going. There you go. So there's the chat. DJ, how's it going? He's still refusing to do a dance. I am refusing to do a dance, yes. I'll do a dance if Everton beat Liverpool in the derby. That's never happening. Okay, right. Let's get going. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, TikTok. I'm not ignoring you 1 second. I just need to get TikTok up on the screen. Do you know what? I'm going to move you over there. That's loads better. It's a little bit unsettling having the chat over that side, but you're going over that side of the screen now. Oh no, that side of the screen. Ollie, do you agree with the full Trent thing? I totally think he was in the right. Why was Trent wasn't in the right? Why was Trent Alexander-Arnold in the right? Behave yourself. No, he wasn't in the right. Come on, Ollie. You don't believe that. You don't believe that. Right. TikTok. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Let me move that into the centre. There you go. Yes, the key, says Ben. How's it going? FM No Casuals. Here's me thinking it was going to be Israel Cup first round. Yeah, no, not quite. We've not got Ashdod on. Reese Premdad is live early. Always good. FM No Casuals. Awful lot of coin for that German. Like, it is 12 goals he got in the Bundesliga last year. 12 goals for Voltemada. That feels excessive. That feels a lot. John Zena, 100 million for both Simons and Kudus is insane business. I would agree with that. Xavi Simons is an exceptional player. And I mean, Kudus too, but Xavi Simons, I think, I would never have expected Spurs to get him. So that's really good for Spurs. John, Steve, if my club sell Hackney to Wolves, I will officially give up on this season. Is that who they're after? Hayden Hackney going to Wolves. Wow. Hey, that's not a bad signing. Liam, afternoon, lad. United forever. What's going on, Key? Good to see you. Steve Brammer, I read that Palace wanted Trent on loan. No, for me, who they could have... No. Behave. Well, that's not going to happen for 2 reasons, but even still, you've got Munoz. Palace are fine at right back. Shelley, okay, Derby nonsense. Twisty Mullet, United are in the mud. Bloody Grimsby, the loss was so bad I'm doing a career mode with Grimsby now. Isak to Liverpool very soon, I reckon, says Liam. I think so too, man, yeah. Voltemada is class, says John Zena. Listen, he's a good player. We watched a lot of him on this channel, didn't we? We watched an awful lot of Voltemada for the European Championships live. We did watch-alongs of pretty much every German game in the Under-21 Championships. Very talented player. Let's not pretend otherwise. Very talented player. But 12 goals, 2 assists. Stuttgart picked him up for free last year. They're getting nearly, whatever it is, 90 million euros, is it? 90 million euros they're getting for him now. They picked him up for free. He's 24 this season as well. He's not a baby. He's not young. He's going to be coming in and expected to deliver fairly quickly. You know, and I think 12 goals in the Bundesliga is an awful lot to spend. That's a lot. Ethan, what's popping? We have Finn Azaz. Yeah, Finn Azaz to Southampton. That's another good move. Lucas Lambert, happy birthday. Rio Hengamoa. Canelo, can Athletic Bilbao with Williams and Sunset win the Champions League? No. No. Matt Smith, the host here for the Europa League draw. Interesting. Trent out of the England squad. John Zena, a 6'6" Ekatike. He's a lot slower than Ekatike, mate. Come on. And he scored about, was it half? I mean, well, it was certainly about 10 to 12 goals less than Ekatike last year in the Bundesliga. So yeah, I don't look at Ekatike's nowhere near on that level with Voltemada. Ekatike's miles better. Bobby Lee Bushell, Voltemada's good, but what happens with Isak? Isak's going to Liverpool. It's almost certain. Charlie Butler, Ekatike turned 24 and only scored 15. Ekatike got 23 goal contributions last year. Was it 24? 23, 24 in the Bundesliga compared to Voltemada's 14. Which put him... There was 16, as I said on Twitter last night, there's 16 centre-forwards in the Bundesliga who did better than Voltemada last year. He's the second highest goal scorer at Stuttgart. He's not even Stuttgart's best centre-forward. Demirovic is Stuttgart's best centre-forward. DJ Dan Mercury, no answer then, Key. That sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good. Let's do it. Ollie Marley, do you like this Europa League phase thing more than the group stage? I think the league phase is better. Yeah, I like the league phase now. I like it. You've obviously got more games, and it's not a home and away. It feels like there's fewer pointless games now in the Champions League, Europa League. I'll say that. I don't like change an awful lot in football. I'm very much a traditionalist when it comes to football. However, I will say, I think they've got this pretty much right. Is that fair to say? Are you like me? Do you think that they've actually got something right in football here? That they've made this change? The draw feels better. I like it, and they're also, I don't know, I feel the games are better. I liked the Champions League last year. That was good. I enjoyed it. Surely Wirtz dropped for Arsenal. No, Wirtz won't be dropped for Arsenal. No chance. Steve Brammer, there's a rumour in the Forest chats that Jose Mourinho would replace Nuno. I hope not. Jose Mourinho will 100% come back to the Premier League, and I think he'll end up at West Ham. I don't know why. I've got a feeling it's going to be West Ham. Put your mortgage on West Ham. Jed Spence in the England squad. Is he really? That's good. Charlie Butler, Ekatike played 1,000 more minutes. Like I said, I'm not saying Voltemada's a bad player, by the way. What I'm saying is I think Ekatike is faster, built better for the Premier League. Voltemada's 6'6". He was picked up for free last year by Stuttgart. 24. I just look at him and think he's not quite a seamless transition. Let's say that. A seamless transition from the Bundesliga to the Premier League, I don't think it will be. I think it will take some time for him to get up and running. But he is a very good player, and I like him a lot. A very, very good player. And Elliot Anderson. Yeah, Elliot Anderson in there as well. That's good. Are you doing the England games? I'll do some. Charlie, I'm not denying that, but you can't bring up stats to say he is overpaying. Overpaying when elite. No, it's overpaying in comparison to the fact that he was bought for... They got him for free. They brought him in. Stuttgart brought him in for free. It's 90 million euros. Thereabouts now, after a season which, if we're dead honest, it's not a remarkable season for Voltemada. He's been impressive, absolutely, but it's not been like he's not blown the Bundesliga away. He's not been absolutely transformative. He's been a really good player. Yeah, it's been good, but there's been lots and lots of other really good players. He's Stuttgart's second top goal scorer. He's not, flew in the Bundesliga. He's still finding his feet very much, and that's why I'm saying it's a gamble from Newcastle to spend the best part of 90 million euros on a player who's had one good season, and probably isn't an immediate fit for the Premier League. Let's say that. DJ Dan Mercury, Oster, Burnley can keep Dyche. Burnley. West Ham get Jose, Burnley get Dyche. I can see that happening. Dyche ain't going back to Burnley. I don't think he'd be up for that. Lucas Lambert, what would be the lineups if Isak comes? Isak would play through the middle. I think Ekitike would play off the left, and they would interchange throughout the game. We'd see an awful lot of that. I don't know. It might be that there's a shift in formation. We've played with two up front before as well. I am Crew. Do you think Solskjaer will go back to United? No chance. Listen, while we're here, let's just go through the pots very quickly, because I don't want to ignore the fact that we have actually got the Europa League and Conference League draw here to go through. So let's just look at the pots that we're dealing with here. So for the Europa League, because I imagine that'll be first, here are the Europa League pots. Let me see if I can get that. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Hopefully you will. Right, there you go. There are the Europa League phase pots. So we've got pot 1, Roma, Porto, Rangers, Feyenoord, Lille, Dynamo Zagreb, Real Betis, Salzburg, and Aston Villa. Remember, every single team has to play 2 teams from each pot. That's basically how it works in the Europa League and the Conference League and the Champions League now. So in pot 1, Villa can play Villa, Forest, Rangers, Celtic. They're all playing the same 2 from each pot, or they'll all get 2 from each pot. So who would we think are the ones to avoid in that one? Pot 1, Roma, Porto, Rangers, Feyenoord, Lille, Dynamo Zagreb, Betis, and Salzburg. Betis is a cracking away trip. And yes, John, yeah, they can't play the same country, that's true. So Villa can't play Forest, but they can play Rangers and Celtic. Yeah, Villa can't play Forest, but they can play Rangers and Celtic. Twisty Mullet, is West Ham going to go down? And if so, which of the promoted teams will stay up? I really fancy Sunderland to stay up. I really do. And West Ham to go down, I think they probably will, unless they get like a Mourinho in. Twisty Mullet, you can't play a team from the same country in the league phase in Europe. No, I know you can't. Not in the league phase. Dyche would give up West Ham or United. Dyche would give West Ham or United a chance of staying up. I am Crew to imagine the controversy if someone has swapped the Forest and Palace bolts. Red Pepper Larnaca, how do you think Spurs are going to do this year? Spurs are going to do immense. I think Spurs finish in the top 6, especially with the signing of Xavi Simons that's come in as well. Again, we've got the draw coming up in it'll be about 20 minutes, I'll be honest. It was the same with the Champions League yesterday. They spend the first... No, maybe they're a bit quicker with this because they've got to get both the Europa League and the Conference League draw done. So the Champions League draw started at 12, but the actual draw only started at about 12:30. This one feels like it might be starting in the next 5 minutes for the Europa League. So maybe we've got a bit of a quicker one going on here. Ben, Key, have a word here. This mank in my office said De Ligt is better than Canate. All right, mate. Tolga, how's it going, Tolga? Good to see you. Right, here we go. Europa League draw coming up. There you go. I'm going to take those off the Europa League pots, and we'll put the pots and everything in the chat as they happen. Mr. C says Everton top 10 finish, I reckon. Yeah, until you get beat by Wolves this weekend. We're doing that game live, by the way. Everton v Wolves, 3 o'clock this weekend. So, yeah, we'll be watching along with that one. That'll be good fun. But There's absolutely no way Everton finish in the top 10. Everton are still going to be bottom half for me. Quite comfortably bottom half as well. I am Crute. If Amorim loses this weekend, do you think he's gone in the international break? I think if he loses this weekend, there's a real chance he resigns before he does his post-match press conference. He might even resign in his post-match press conference. Ollie Marley, are AC Milan in the Conference League then? No, AC Milan aren't in Europe, full stop. Shelley, you funny Key. They're not going to go in the... Shelley, come on. You're not finishing in the top 10. Come on. Twisty, all this talk of Fermin Lopez to Chelsea is so pointless. He's so important for Barca's system this season, and he said he won't leave. Players say a lot of things. Isak said he was very happy in Newcastle last season. Bear that in mind. Shelley, Everton will finish top 10, absolutely. Shelley Toffee Blue there with a lovely piece of totally unbiased commentary. Lucas Lambert, what is he doing? Mr. C, we're beating Wolves 2-1 this weekend. I'll be live for that one. Wolves are going to beat Everton, I'm telling you. Have they got a magician on here? What's going on? Christ, they've got David Blaine doing the draw here. The pissing hell is this? This is absolutely shocking. They didn't have this in the Champions League yesterday. He's got a bit of dry ice and everything. Hey, look at that. Wonderful. Great. Pull a rabbit out the hat and all that stuff. And now for my next trick. I'm going to get Manchester United into this draw. TJ Dan Mercury, bottom half key. Yeah, and Liverpool are getting relegated too. Dan, come on, mate. This is not me being in any way, shape or form biased because I'm a copite, right? There's 10 better teams than Everton in the league this season. There's 10, at least 10. I could name 12 to 14. There's no way Everton... Even the most optimistic Everton fans not putting Everton in the top 10. Although saying that, Rob Green had you finishing 7th. Rob Green? What's he been doing? Mr. C, that's the cop-ite in you coming out there. Lucas Lambert, where is this draw? Is it in France? It's usually in Switzerland, isn't it? I think it's in... Is it Nyon? Although that might be France, actually. Where is the draw? It's either in Switzerland or in... which is Nyon is Geneva, or it's in France. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. Where is the Europa League draw taking place? Go on, let's ask. Monte Carlo in Monaco, famously where all the rich people live. There you go. It's held in the Grimaldi Forum in Monte Carlo, Monaco. Wonderful stuff with a magician as well. Right, we've had a lovely bit of magic there. Are we ready for the actual proper football now? The kid show's over. Robert, do you think we've done a good deal with Nick Voltemada? He's a good player, mate, but I just think the player's probably not immediately ready for the Premier League just yet. 90 million euros is a lot of money for him. I am Crute. Everton can finish 11th, which is a decent season for Everton, and Key is still right. Mr. C, with the new stadium, we will push for top 10. Bet on it. With the new stadium doesn't make any difference to where Everton finish, mate. You know that. Come on. You struggled past Mansfield the other day. Chimey, not even Jesus can get United into the Europa League. Right, well, here we go. So the draw is about to start. Robert, did he play with Max Morstedt? No, Morstedt played in the under-19s. Voltemada played up front with Weeper, Nelson Weeper of Mainz, in the under-21s championships. And Weeper, I thought Weeper was better. Nelson Weeper's a better player in my opinion. Voltemada's very good. But I just feel like 90 million euros a lot. Leon, is there a game on? No, it's the draw, mate. It's the draw. I am Groot. Amorim sounded like he wanted to resign after the Grimsby game, to be honest. He just seems like he's not happy with the players at all. He's not happy with them. They're not giving him everything. Mr. C, we won 2-0. Yeah, struggled. You was 0-0 at half-time against Mansfield at home with pretty much your first 11. 0-0. Just let that sink in. It's as bad as Grimsby and United, basically, that. Robert, he flew to Newcastle an hour after the deal was agreed. That shows determination. Or it shows pace to get a deal done, yeah. Shows pace because they need to get it done quickly, that's all. Right. Here we go. Nice to see there's a lot of our subs and reserves play. Come on, mate. Come on. Right, Jurgen Klinsmann is doing the draw here. Jurgen the German, first out in the Europa League draw is... Who is it going to be? I'll put the draw in the chat as well. I'll put it up in the chat so people can see it. People can keep a record of it. Callum Coyle, come on Birmingham. Josh Mourinho to West Ham, I reckon. I agree, mate. Totally. That's certainly one to keep an eye on for sure. Okay, Roma have got Rangers away, Celtic away. Roma are going to go to Rangers and Celtic. So Glasgow is going to be welcoming the Romans. Blimey. Let me just shut that one sec. Right, who's next? Who's next? Lille, Rangers, Victoria Plitzen, Celtic, Midtjylland, Nice, Stuttgart, Panathinaikos for Roma. Easy enough. Twisty Mullet, the fact Onana let every Grimsby player, including the keeper, score a pen and he earns more than everyone watching, and the Grimsby players combined is mad. Here we go. Next one out the hat is Porto. Porto have also got Rangers and Forest. Porto are going to go to the City Ground. There you go. There's one. That's the first English team that we've seen. Obviously, we'll be tracking the British Rangers and Celtic, of course, but Nottingham Forest have got Porto at the City Ground. So we know that that's one of Forest's already. We've not had Villa out just yet. Celtic have got Roma. Rangers have got Roma, both at Ibrox and Parkhead. Here's Rangers. Rangers are going to be playing Roma at home, Porto away. Here we go. Let's get that. There you go. That's Rangers draw. Rangers have got Roma, Porto, Braga, Ferencvaros, Ludogorets, Graz, Genk and Bran. Feyenoord have got Villa at home, Celtic at home. They're the only ones. But yeah, Villa have to go away to Feyenoord. They're going to nice trip to Rotterdam. Rotterdam. Callum, who's this Peter Kay cyborg? My name's up there, Chief. Name's up there. Lille. What's Lille got? Oh, Lille haven't got any of the British sides. Dynamo Zagreb, Roma, PAOK, Red Star, Freiburg, Young Boys, Bran and Celta for Lille. Luca, Forest haven't got anyone just yet. I know it's Callum from YouTube. You rats. You rats. Luca, how are you watching it? On telly. It's here. It's on telly. It's on my telly here. Dynamo Zagreb. Again, they haven't got any British teams. Betis at home. Lille away. Fenerbahce at home. Tel Aviv away. That's one nobody really wants, isn't it? Steaua Bucharest at home. Midtjylland away. Celta at home for Dynamo Zagreb. Serbs, when's the Conference League draw? I'm from Poland and we've got 4 of us in the draw. It's straight after this one, mate. Real Betis. Forest have got a trip to Betis. Oh, there you go. That's a good old trip, that, for Forest. Forest are going to Betis, and they've got Porto at the City Ground. And Villa, so far, have got a trip to Feyenoord. Still lots of permutations to come. Next one out. Come on, Jurgen Klinsmann. What a player he was, by the way. Salzburg. I've got Villa away. So, yeah, Villa Park will welcome Red Bull Salzburg. Swifty, who are you watching at this time, Kee? We're just doing the draw, mate. Europa League draw, Conference League draw. Here we go, Klinsmann. Next one out. Villa. Here we go, Villa. I've got Salzburg, Feyenoord, Tel Aviv, Villa Park, Fenerbahce away, Young Boys at home, Bâle, Bologna, and Go Ahead Eagles. There you go. That's Villa's. Salzburg, Feyenoord, Tel Aviv, Fenerbahce, Young Boys, Bâle, Bologna, and Go Ahead Eagles. That is Aston Villa's Europa League draw. Mr. C says, have Forest got the capability to cope with European nights and then normal games too? I think, to be honest, Forest, Villa and Palace will struggle in the league as a result of European football this year. But they will, I think, they will do okay, I think, in terms of staying kind of around mid-table. The main thing for both of those is, well, for all 3 of those, is making sure that they're able to do well in Europe and try and get European football next year. Villa and Forest you'd make as one of the favourites for the Europa League, wouldn't you? Same with Palace in the Conference League. Even though they struggled past... they really struggled past Fredrikstad yesterday. Swifty, we beat Spurs at Meadow Lane in the Cup and our Diles was sacked. I'm sure the famous 5 played. Blimey. Ozzy Ardiles, another great player. Pot 2 fixtures. Oh, we are. Hang on. We're missing Celtic's Pot 2 here. Celtic have got Roma, Feyenoord, Braga, Red Star, Graz, Midtjylland, very tough one that. Utrecht and Bologna. There you go. So there's Rangers, Villa and Celtics all done. We're now just waiting on Forest, who I am assuming are in pot 3, right? Yeah, I think Forest are pot 3. So we're on for pot 3 now. Forest waiting on theirs. Here we go. Pot 3. Nottingham Forest in there with Nice, Steaua, Sturm Graz, Bâle, Young Boys, Midtjylland, Freiburg and Ludogorets of Bulgaria. Here we go. Who's Forest got? Come on, Jurgen. Sort us out. Nottingham Forest are going to play Porto, Betis. Porto, Betis, Porto, Betis, Ferencvaros. Porto, Betis, Ferencvaros, Braga, Midtjylland, Sturm Graz, Malmo, and Utrecht. So Forest have earned themselves trips to Betis, Braga, Graz, and Utrecht. That isn't bad at all for them. Whereas Salzburg have got trips to Rotterdam, Villa have got trips to Rotterdam, Fenerbahce, Bâle, and Go Ahead Eagles in the Netherlands. Cool trips then for Forest and Villa, and Celtic and Rangers, to be honest. Celtic Rangers got some good old trips there too. We're now waiting for Palace to come up in the Conference League draw. That will be in about 15 minutes or so. Win Malfay, how's it going, mate? Callum Coyle, yes, lad, go on. Celtic got through easy. Celtic should be okay with them, I think. Possible. Well, actually, no. I think Celtic get beat by Roma, Feyenoord, Bologna, and Midtjylland there. So they'll have to beat Red Star, they'll have to beat Graz, they'll have to beat Utrecht. But other than that, I think they struggle, Celtic, actually. Swifty, one of those special football nights where the game is delayed because the queues are immense. Every game at Everton's delayed at the minute because the queues are immense. They can't seem to get it going. By the way, I am back tonight for the Leicester City against Birmingham game. So we're live tonight again as usual. Live watch along Leicester City against Birmingham in the Championship. Lots of football this weekend. We've got 3 games tomorrow, 3 games on Sunday as well. And then we're live all next week as well for the international break. Everyone's stopping because it's the international break. We're going to be live all the way through it. We're going to be doing National League games. We've got Brackley Town against Carlisle United. We've got Forest Green Rovers. Robbie Savage's Forest Green Rovers playing as well. So we've got loads of footy on next week when the international break's on. So if you're going to be after a bit of footy, European footy, National League footy, give us a follow, give us a like. We're live every single day. Right, now they're switching over to the Conference League setup. Liam Manning, Gay has just said Glasner has just said Gay will not be leaving. Has he? Where has he said that? Oh, right, there you go. No, he's not said that. He's not said that. He's not said, yeah. Glasner on whether Mark Gay will be a Palace player by the end of the window. And his answer was, he has to. It's not possible to find a Mark Gay replacement who can play straight in the Premier League being a starter. So, I still think he does end up at Liverpool. Yeah. No, that's the direct quote, Liam. The direct quote is, Glasner on whether Mark Gay will be a Palace player by the end of the window. He has to. It is not possible to find a Mark Gay replacement who can play straight in the Premier League being a starter. That does also suggest, though, that Palace are looking for one, and they have been. It just might be that they are posturing. That's a negotiating position, isn't it? That's basically saying to whoever they're negotiating with for the Mark Gay replacement, look, you know, he's not that good. We can't just sign him and expect him to start straight away. It's going to take time. So, yeah, we're not going to be able to pay that price. And it's probably also negotiating with Liverpool as well. Look, he's such an important player for us. If you want him, you're going to have to pay a little bit more. But yeah, I do. I still think Akanji will go and Gay will go. I too. Yeah, absolutely agree. Ollie, what games are you doing next week? You can see them on the schedule on YouTube. DJ Dan Mercury, Key, you'd know what it's like if Liverpool had built your own stadium instead of relying on Everton. We don't need to. You'd build our stadiums for us. Alpha Vake, Europa League and Conference League are so SHIT now. That 4 Europa teams are in the Champions League and 8 conference teams in the Europa. That's harsh, Alf. Callum, who wins on Sunday, lad? Celtic or Rangers? Celtic. Celtic. Twisty Mullet, where do you think Palace, Rangers, Celtic and Forest finish in the league phase? I think they all qualify. I'll say that. They might not finish in the top 8. They probably finish in the top 24, so they'll make it to the next round at least. Suspect 333, Forest got a good draw. They did. Yeah, some good away trips there for Forest. And Villa, to be honest. D-Day Dan Mercury, that's my point, Key. Well, no, that's it. We don't need to build state. You build them for us. We'll just take them over and bring success. You build the soulless bowls and we'll turn it into a fortress. Margia, do you have Hector Fort's Journey? I don't know what that is. What's Hector Fort's Journey? I'm curious. Yeah, no idea who Hector Fort's Journey is. Is that some sort of a game? Like I know who Hector Fort is, but I don't know who Hector Fort's Journey is. Is that a different thing? Oh, jersey, of course. Hector Fort's jersey. Sorry. No, I don't have Hector Fort's jersey. I don't have anyone's jersey. These are not player jerseys. These are just kits that I've collected over the years. Swifty, what are we saying? My brother is Forest. He's more interested in the trips and taking the kids than going on to win it. That's true. Yeah, honestly, the away trips in Europe are absolutely amazing. Like the best things. They're the best days of my life, really. Apart from my little girl being born and getting married and all that sort of stuff, away trips to Europe are absolutely fantastic. Marjaya, sorry, Jersey. No. I honestly didn't even clock it. I thought you was asking me about like Little Big Adventure, like a game or something like that. I thought it was something else you were asking. People often come in and ask me about all sorts, so I didn't know. Marjaya, do you watch Greek football games? Yes, yeah, we do watch a little bit of Greek footy. I don't think we've watched any. We've not watched any this season. We did catch some, I think, at the tail end of last season, on the channel. But yeah, we watch football from around Europe every single day on here. That's what we do. Creme del FM, what's this live about now? It's a Europa League and Conference League draw live. Alf, harsh maybe, but it's kind of true though. The 8 best Conference League teams are now in the Europa League. This makes these lower competitions only less respectable. Cup Winners' Cup pulls some 1990 stuff. Yeah, I mean, look, I will agree with you, Alf, that the European competitions have really, really suffered. And in an ideal world, let's be really honest, in an ideal world, it would be best if only the champions of each league actually got in the Champions League. Short term, that would be horrific, but I think long term it would be the best. I would much rather have a return to the European Cup being a proper European Cup where, like, you know, Malmo was a really good team and Steaua Bucharest was a really good team and Red Star Belgrade and all them, they were really top teams. Now it's literally just a European Super League where the Premier League dominates everything. La Liga's got a couple of big teams, but other than that, not much. Serie A, same. They're falling by the wayside. There's Bayern Munich and the rest are pretty much naff. There's PSG and the rest are pretty much naff. It's literally that, sadly, in Europe. Creme de la FM, what time? Time, mate, is 12:37. D28, what do you think of Ole and Jose sackings? I mean, Ole's had it coming, and Jose has just been giving grief all throughout his time at Fenerbahce. He's forever been arguing about referees. He's been picking at the Fenerbahce president. He's always been winding him up, and yeah, it's just not looked rosy there for a while. Here's Eden Hazard. Creme.fm, what time is the draw? It's on. It's been on. Yeah, you've missed the Europa League draw. Conference Leagues now. The Scrum Down Live. Thoughts on the England squad? Trent not being included is interesting. Honestly, haven't even seen the England squad. I've not really got much interest in it. But Trent Alexander-Arnold not being included is objectively hilarious. Welcome to Memeland. 4 Polish clubs in the conference is crazy. Be interesting to see how the Poles get on in the Conference League this year. Obviously, Legia Warsaw went quite far last year, didn't they? Ollie Marley, it will never happen, but imagine if they'd done this thing where the winner of the European League got Champions League, second got Europa, and third got Conference. Yeah, that would be the absolute best thing. Because then you'd be in a position where the Conference League had Arsenal in it. And it would be, you know, there would be top teams in it. It would actually be treated as a proper competition. Now, I'm not saying the Europa and the Conference aren't proper competitions, but the standard objectively has fallen. Of course it has. The old European Cup format also cuts down on 6 to 8 games. Well, that's the problem though, Alf, isn't it? Less games equals less money. They don't want that. Less games, less money, less tickets, less sponsorship money, less adverts in between all the games, less TV money. No one's going. You're not going to be able to sell that one to anyone. Better standard, but less money for everyone. Less games for the fans, nobody wins. Less money for the players, they don't win. Because that's the problem. If the players are going to be like, well, hang on a minute. You know, you couldn't sell that to the players now. If you said to the players, listen, because they all want less games, don't they? All the players are arguing. All the players' unions are saying, we're playing too much, you know, you're risking our health and all this sort of thing. If you said to the players, fine, we will cut your games by 20-30%, so you're just playing maybe, instead of 50 to 60 games a season, we'll cut it down so it's a solid like 35 to 40, right? We can get it down even to like maybe 40, 45. But after that, your pay is going to go down from 200, 300 grand a week. It's going to be like 50 grand a week. For the best players. The best players in football are going to be on 50 grand a week. No one would have that. Ollie Marley, what's the point of doing 6 pots? Six pots, the point of it is more teams to make it appeal to a wider group of, you know, that's all it is. It's a marketing decision. Alf, I want less games. The football was better when the players were better rested. I know it will never happen, but if I could snap my fingers and make it so, it'd be done. I agree, Alf. I do agree with you, mate. I think the standard would be a lot better. Polish clubs away is hard going for fans. I love it in Poland. Lovely place, Poland. Yo, Samuel, hey Key, what's the one thing you like about Manchester United? Mine is they give us 6 points for free each season. The one thing I like about United, I don't know actually. The owners, the owners are doing a good job. Do you think Chelsea's draw is good? I think Chelsea's got a tough draw. Chelsea might struggle in the Champions League. Yeah, I still think they'll make the top 24, but I don't think they finish in the top 8. So they'll probably have to play another qualifying game. Right, Conference League. Pots about to come up. I'll put them on the screen. They are your Conference League pots. There's 6 pots in the Conference League. So they are your pots there. I know you've probably just seen them on the screen, but I will just have them up there on the screen for a second so you can make your mind up on them. Ollie Marley, do you reckon you would ever go on live for a big Conference League game over a big Europa League game? Yeah, of course I would. I already have done. Right, here we go. Eden Hazard. First name out the draw is... Who's it going to be? Craig R. Foley, fingers crossed they have lost Rangers ball. Rangers have already done, mate. Rangers draw has already been on. They're in the Europa League. And Rangers got Roma at home, Porto away, Braga at home, Ferencvaros away, Ludogorets at home, Graz away, Genk at home, and Brann away. So Rangers got a pretty decent draw. Celtic got a tough one. Right, here we go. So, pot 1. First team out is going to be Fiorentina, is it? Yeah, Fiorentina have got Rapid, Dynamo Kiev, Mainz, AEK Athens, Sigma Olomouc, and Lausanne Sport. So, just 6 teams. 1 from each pot, is it? Yeah, 1 from each pot in this one. So, it's not 2, it's now only 1. That's fine. Meat pie, come on Red Star, let's go lads. Yo Samuel, will you go to Anfield to boo Trent? No, my days at Anfield are long over, mate. I don't go to Anfield anymore. Here's go, AZ Alkmaar. So there you go, Palace have got their first tie. AZ Alkmaar at Selhurst Park. So we know that's 1 tie for Crystal Palace. They've got AZ Alkmaar. That's a tough one, that. Here we go. Next out, Eden Hazard, Shakhtar have got Legia Warsaw, Shamrock Rovers away, Rijeka Aberdeen away, Breiðablik of Iceland, and then Hamrun Spartans away. So Shakhtar, even Shakhtar have fallen by the wayside quite a lot. I wonder if that's obviously as much to do with the war as much as anything else. Obviously Shakhtar used to compete regularly in the Champions League, now more of a Conference League side. Ollie Marley, aren't they supposed to play 8 games, not 6? No, 6 in the Conference League, mate. Here we go. Bratislava have got AZ Alkmaar away, Vallecano, Strasbourg, Kupias and Skendia. Oh, and Hacken as well. Slovan Bratislava. Some good games there. We'll do AZ Alkmaar and Palace at Selhurst Park. That'll be a good one. We'll do that one. Rapid have got Fiorentina, Poznan, Omonoia, Zrinski, Rakau, and Univ Craiova of Romania. Still not got to Palace yet. The only one game that we know for sure that Palace have at this moment in time is AZ Alkmaar at Selhurst Park. So it still feels like there's a long way to go here for Palace. Palace next out, maybe? No. Legia Warsaw have got Shakhtar, Sparta Prague, Celje, Lincoln Red Imps, Samsun Sport, and Noah. Be yourself, Dylan. Oh my God, Trent out of the England squad. Trent out the England squad. It's lovely, innit? It's great to see. Have you seen Forest's draw, mate? Forest have been in the Europa League draw this afternoon. We've just seen Forest have got some really cool away ties. They've got Porto at home, Betis away, Ferencvaros at the City Ground, Braga away, Midtjylland at home, Sturm Graz away, Malmo at home, and then a trip to Utrecht. So good old trips there for Forest. Meat pie, can't believe Lincoln Red Imps from Gibraltar are in the Conference League. It's great, isn't it? Love it. Here we go. Pot 2 teams. Sparta Prague, Kiev, Lech, Vallecano, Shamrock Rovers, and Crystal Palace. So, Palace, here we go. We're about to learn who Palace are going to get. Here you go. Next out, Crystal Palace will get they've got AZ Alkmaar at home, Kiev away, tough one. Kups at home from Finland, Strasbourg away, Larnaca at home, and Shelbourne. Palace are going to go to Ireland. There you go, that's Palace's draw. Alkmaar at Selhurst Park, Kiev away. They've got to go to the Ukraine, or at least They've got to go to somewhere to play Kiev. Coups of Finland, they've got to play Strasbourg in France. That's going to be a very difficult game. Strasbourg, effectively Chelsea's feeder club. Larnaca at Selhurst Park, and then away to Shelbourne. That is going to be a great trip, that. Love that for Palace. That's absolutely splendid. Palace away trip to Shelbourne. If you're Crystal Palace and you aren't going over to Shelbourne, not much down for you. Shelbourne v Palace is going to be a proper trip, that. Just outside Dublin, isn't it, as well, Shelbourne? So nice little Ryanair, over to Dublin. What a weekend that's going to be. The Eagles in Dublin. What a weekend. Strasbourg too. Strasbourg's a cool place. Mate of mine went back when Liverpool played him in the 90s. DJ Dan Mercury, Key, it's Kiev, not Kiev. It's Kiev. It's Chicken Kiev. It's Chicken Kiev. D. Nickel, thoughts on the England squad? I haven't seen it, mate. I just know that Trent's been left out. That's the only news I saw. I haven't really got an awful lot of passion for the England squad. It doesn't really do an awful lot for me. So yeah, no, I haven't seen it. I've seen Elliot Anderson's in there, which is good for him. Let me have a look at the England squad and then we can talk about it. Go on. Let's see. Aberdeen have got Shakhtar, Sparta Prague, Strasbourg, AEK Athens, Noah, and Larnaca. There you go. Decent draw for Aberdeen as well. So the England squad is as follows. England squad announced. Right, so it's Henderson in goal with Pickford and Trafford. They were to be expected. I think we could have all picked the 3 England keepers, couldn't we? Pope. Is Pope a bit harsh for missing out? Maybe Nick Pope should be in there. But I know. I think Trafford's the future. You've got to put him in. Pickford's the number 1. Dean Henderson, I think, could well be number 1. Back is... the defenders is Byrne, Gahey, Reece James, Konza, Lewis Skelly, Livramento, Spence and Stones. Jed Spence, I think, really does deserve it for how he's done with Spurs. I like that. I think the only other one you could say is maybe fortunate to be in there. Lewis Skelly doesn't get an awful lot of game time for Arsenal. He's not started any of the games for Arsenal. So I look at Trent Alexander-Arnold and think, well, if you're going to put Lewis Skelly in there, you'd have to have Trent in there. But Tuchel seemingly doesn't rate him. Midfield, Anderson, Gibbs-White, Henderson, Rice, Rodgers and Wharton. Jordan Henderson, again, making another England squad. People wrote him off many years ago when he went to Saudi. I told you, he's a very good player. Very, very good player. And the attack is Bowen, Jared Bowen, Eze. Jared Bowen, Eze. Where is it? It's disappeared off my screen. Come on. Here we go. Jared Bowen, Eze, Gordon, Kane, Madueke, Rashford, Watkins. Rashford in there. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Rashford in the England squad. Behave yourself. Shelley, yes boss. Shelley, hit the likes, please. Thank you very much, Shelley. As always, mega, mega appreciated. Shelbourne, I've got Palace, Alkmaar, Drita, Selja, Hacken and Skendia. Shelbourne are going to struggle with those first 2, and Selja, to be honest. Drita, Hacken, even Hacken's a tough team, you know. Hacken put 7 past Cluj the other day. Skendia and Drita, Shelbourne have got a good chance against. They scores past Linfield, of course. Darius, Rashford, better than Gordon and Madueke, I think. Nah, I don't think he's better than Gordon. Might well be better than Madueke. Madueke I don't really rate, to be honest, but he's Rashford's probably better than him. Right, well, that concludes the Europa Conference League and Europa League draws. Some really good teams, some really good matchups coming out there. Palace going over to Dublin. Obviously, they've got to go to wherever and play Kiev. It won't be in the Ukraine, but they will have to play Kiev. They've got to go to Strasbourg as well. A couple of really good trips there for Palace. For Nottingham Forest, of course, Porto at home, Betis away, Ferencvaros at the City Ground, Braga away. Good trip to Portugal. That Midtjylland will be a good trip. A good game. Very good team, Midtjylland. Sturm Graz away, trip to Austria for Forest. Malmo at the City Ground, and then a short trip over to Utrecht, over to Holland. And yeah, cool little trip over to Holland. And then Celtic have got Roma, Feyenoord, Braga, Red Star Belgrade, Graz, Midtjylland, Utrecht, and Bologna. So Celtic have got a lot of the same teams that Forest have. Midtjylland, Utrecht, Graz, Braga. They've all got to play them. And then Aston Villa have got Salzburg at home, Feyenoord at Rotterdam. They've got to go to Feyenoord. Tel Aviv at Villa Park. Fenerbahce away is going to be a really trick one. That one is going to be one we definitely do on this channel. Aston Villa away at Fenerbahce. 100% covering that game. Young Boys at Villa Park. Bâle away. They'll have to go to St Jacobs Park. Bologna at Villa Park. And then they finish with a trip to Deventer in Holland. Well, Go Ahead Eagles. Sorry, I say a trip to Deventer. That's where Go Ahead Eagles is. It's in Deventer in the Netherlands. So, cool trip over there for Villa. What do we make of that? Kick says Feyenoord will go all the way. Hoggy, Palace will struggle. Palace will be okay, I think. I mean, based on last night, I have to agree. Fredrikstad, that wasn't a great performance from Palace. They really did struggle. But no, I do think Palace will be okay. I think they should be all right. Fingers crossed, anyway. Intrigued to see how Palace, Villa, Forest get on. Celtic and Rangers. I actually think Rangers might do better than Celtic. Even though I think Rangers probably sack the manager. Russell Martin won't be involved at Rangers very, very soon, I'm sure. Especially after this weekend. But, yeah, I think Celtic's draw is quite difficult. But yeah, hey, who knows? Listen, I'm rooting for all of them. I really want Palace, Forest, Rangers, Celtic, Aberdeen, everyone. Get them all. I want them all doing well. Right, well, that's pretty much it for this afternoon. It was only a brief one. It was only a little hour live. I thought we'd come on and do a little hour live where we'd chat about football and chat about all sorts of crap before tonight's game, Leicester City against Birmingham. What do we think of that? Should we have some early predictions for Leicester City and Birmingham? That's going to be a tough game. Leicester City, big favourites for that one, but you'd be brave to rule Birmingham out there. They've started the season quite well with Kyogo and Stansfield up front. But yeah, be a good old game, that one tonight. Clips HQ, missed the draw, any exciting games? I'll give you a quick recap. I have just gone through them, Clips, but I'll go through them again. Why it's you, because you sound. Rangers have got Roma, Porto. Remember, this is alternating home away, home away, home away. So that's Roma at home, Porto away. This is Rangers. Roma at home, Porto away. Braga at home, Ferencvaros away. Ludogorets at home, Graz away. Genk at home, Bran away. That's Rangers. Villa have got Salzburg at home, Feyenoord away. Tel Aviv at home, Fenerbahce away. Young Boys at home, Bâle away. Bologna at home, Go Ahead Eagles away. Celtic have got Roma at home, Feyenoord away. Braga at home, Red Star Belgrade away. Graz at home, Midtjylland away. Utrecht at home, Bologna away. And then Nottingham Forest have got Porto at the City Ground. Betis away, Ferencvaros at home, Braga away. Midtjylland at home, Sturm Graz away. Malmo at home, Utrecht away. So that is Nottingham Forest. And then finally, Crystal Palace to finish us off was Alkmaar at home, Dynamo Kiev away. Might not be in the Ukraine for obvious reasons, but Dynamo Kiev they have to play. They've then got to play Koops of Finland at home, Strasbourg away, Larnaca at home, Shelbourne away. James, hey Key, who should I captain this weekend? Bruno or Wood? Ooh, Chris Wood, Forest against West Ham. That does feel like a good one, doesn't it? Yeah, Forest against West Ham. Feel like he'll score a few. Chris Wood against West Ham, I'd captain. Any other captain ideas? Any other players who might be? I don't think Bruno's a good choice for captain. I actually think Burnley might, assuming you mean Bruno Fernandes, I think Bruno, yeah, Burnley might pinch something at United this weekend. Clip says, couple of exciting away games for the Prem teams there. Absolutely, yeah. Simon, Javi Simons to Tottenham. Here we go. You'd love to see it. DJ Dan Mercury, I'll catch you tomorrow, Key. Take it easy, Dan. All the love, mate. Ollie Marley, Forest v Porto is a must watch for me. Yeah, Forest Porto will be great. Forest Betis will be great. Some really good ties there for all of them. Right. Okay, I will be back tonight. I will be back at about 7. What time am I live? I think it's about 6:30, 7 o'clock, isn't it? So I'm not actually away that long, to be honest. But I'm live tonight for Leicester City against Birmingham. 6:45. There you go. I'm live at 6:45 tonight for Leicester City against Birmingham in the Championship. We'll be doing a watch along of that one. Going to be a dead interesting game if you fancy a bit of Friday night football. Make sure you give us a like. Make sure you give us a follow. All that good stuff. Make sure you share. Tell everyone I'll be live tonight at 6:45. See you later. Have a nice day. Enjoy your Friday.